Welcome my friends into After Effects, and we're gonna do some comping here on this ball. And this is the render straight from Cinema. This is the old one I did a while ago. And as you can see, I've added a subtle gradient going on here with some grain. I actually changed this color, and I remember that this one was sort of blue and I changed it to green. And then it's just putting all the lights good, and that's what we're gonna do now. So let's jump in. So I hope you have created a new project, and now depending if you watched the wheel first, because we have already done the wheel here, because I want both in the same project. So, but we will remake everything for this ball animation as well. So create a new folder by pressing down here. And now this is called R1. Let's call this wheel R1. And now we're gonna create a new folder called ball R1. And inside of this one, press Command I, and we're gonna import our fresh render. So render ball R1, take our image sequence here and make sure that you have PNG sequence selected. Open up, drag it down to create composition, and there we have. Nice. Okay, let's see. On this ball R1 folder, we can create a new one and call it AOV, or object mask or object buffer, and Command I. We're gonna import our masks here. So our background, our concrete, our glass, path, and ring. So there we go. Where to start? I think we're gonna start with the background. So take our background mask here, put it down, and let's rename this to BG. Then create a new solid, Command I, Y, and let's call this ramp. And in the effects panel, type ramp, get a gradient ramp, put it on here. And now we're actually gonna create our background here. We have a lot more control here than in inside of Cinema. So what do we want? Let's say we want sort of a green bluish. And then this one we need some color inside as well. Much darker. And much bluer. So let's start there. Put this ramp under our BG, and track matte, take Luma matte. And there we go. We have our background. And as you can see, we have some small banding going on here. We don't want that. There's two solutions for that. One would be to add ramp scatter here. And we will, oh yeah, it's completely gone. Then we get some noise going on there. One other thing that I usually do is to use a grain. So it looks sort of like this. You can probably find it on the webs somewhere. And we're gonna use that technique. So drag that in to our comp here. Duplicate our background mask, take our grain, track matte, Luma matte, and then we change the mood from normal to soft light. Press T for opacity and change this to around 40. And there we go. A little bit more expensive. Nice. So what's next? Let's take this ring. And on my old one I had sort of a gold ring instead. Let's see what we want to have today. So that's actually our glass, our ring. Create a new adjustment layer by right clicking here, new adjustment layer. Put it underneath, track matte, Luma matte. And then on our adjustment layer we want to add a U. Then we're gonna press this button, colorize, and we are free to show. It was pretty nice, that red thingy. But now we can actually just slide here. And look, we can just change the look by just sliding. But I actually like the red, dark red here. Let's go for that. Okay, so what's next? Maybe we can start to tweak our concrete base here. So throw in our concrete. Duplicate our adjustment layer. So it snaps up here. Hide the concrete mask. And let's rename this to concrete so we can see what we're working on, and this to ring. So now our concrete is red because we have these old effects on. For this one we're gonna use curves, and I think I want to add contrast to this. Then we just do a small S-curve here. And maybe it's a little bit too bright as well. Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah, that's good. I don't like this color at all, the green here, but that's fine, because we're gonna change that now. So take your path, throw it in there, duplicate our adjustment layer by pressing Command D, hide our mask, and let's rename this to path. Go into adjustment layer, and we can adjust the curves to what we want. Maybe there, and then we want to change the hue. Colorize. Red. No. Let's see here. And also you can change the saturation here, so let's take 15 instead. So it's more desaturated color. It's too colorful. Too playful. Maybe we can do this. No. A little bit color. So this is just a matter of taste. Let's match it up with the background a bit, so there we go. That's better. And now it's only the ball left. So throw in our glass AOV. Rename it to glass. Duplicate our adjustment layer, Command D. Hide our mask. And take these two away. Or that's pretty nice when it's a little bit desaturated. And I like these happy accidents because it happens a lot to me. I just go around and try different stuff, and sometimes some wrong stuff happen, and oh, that looks nice, and then I go for it. Maybe we can do... No. I like this. But let's see if there's some... something even better. Oh, actually, we can tweak this one with the curves instead. So we do some different techniques. So this is too green. Obviously, we want more blue into it. And there we go. Just take the green curve and drag it down a bit. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. And I think that's pretty much it. We can add, sometimes I'm adding adjustment layer on top with the curve to just add some small contrast to everything. Like this. And there we go. Now we're gonna render this guy to be perfect on Instagram. And now we have one loop, and I usually I put them like this as we did on the previous one, if you did that one. Because we don't want to see the scarf on Instagram, because when it's reload the video, it sometimes can be a small glitch. And we don't want a small glitch. So take these ones away. Go to project and take the comp we have been working in. Put it down here. And then duplicate. Hold shift while you're doing this and it will snap to the end here. And I think that's enough. So now we have a couple of loops going on here. And then we're gonna export this to media encoder. So go to composition. You can't see it, it's outside my screen here. And then we press add to media encoder. And the shortcut for that would be Option, Command, and M. And here we are inside of media encoder. And now we're gonna press this blue text here. And here we have it. And now mine is in Swedish, so I'm gonna translate a bit for you here. So this is export sound. We don't want that because we don't have any sound. And you're gonna choose the H.264 for the format. Then we're gonna slide down a bit. And we're gonna check this box. Use maximal depth or something along those lines. And then this one is important, the bitrate settings. And we're gonna use 2. VBR2. And then we're gonna change these numbers to bump them up. So 25 and 30 is what I usually go with. And then last but not least, we're gonna check this box. Use maximal quality. Along those lines. Check that one, press OK. And find a nice place to save it. So I save it in today's date. Call it ball final 2. And press render. And there we go, my friends. And that was the last lesson. Probably, if you don't do them reversed. And it's been a pleasure, and I hope you learned a lot. And don't stop tweaking and modify it. It takes time to do great stuff. So thank you a lot, and bye.